Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, when William Ruto took over power, he continued with the program that was started by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta under the affordable housing. But now, the difference between Uhuru and William Ruto is that Ruto wants to tax Kenyans to build houses, which again, if you want to acquire one, you have to buy. But Uhuru did not ask for any tax to do these houses. And when Ruto took over this program of housing, he was like, all Kenyans should have affordable houses. And to do so, we have to roll out this program so that you can get a house at a cheap price. And secondly, it was all about avoiding people from building houses in the land that they need to use for farming. So now you can have these affordable houses in specific areas, sababu ni ghorofa zinaenda juu, and you will have space to do your farming, among many other things. But now Kenyans say, we are not interested in your houses. Waliuliza Ruto nani amekueleza mambo ya nyumba. What we want is food. And now Ruto is changing the narrative. Now, as of late, Ruto is saying that by the fact that he introduced the issue of affordable housing, it was not all about building the house. It was all about creating jobs for the youth. According to him, he's saying that we have never had a comprehensive program deliberately with intention to create opportunities for the young people in Kenya. As far as the issue of creating job or having income is concerned, eti hakuja kuweko. Lakini sasa, Ruto is very happy that this time round, his Kenya Kwanza government, they have a plan, they have the money, and the intention they have is to create job to the youth through housing program. I want to listen to William Samoei Ruto's statement.
Housing agenda. What is these houses? Who told you we need a house? We all have houses. What is this? Good people, I have said it before. I will say it again in church. It wasn't so much about the houses. It was so much about the jobs for the young people of Kenya. We have never had a comprehensive program, deliberate, intentional, to create opportunities for the young people of Kenya to have a job, to have an income. I'm very happy that this time round, we not only have a plan, we have clear interventions, we have money to do it, and we have a clear plan on how to create jobs in the housing program, create jobs.
When Ruto talk about the issue of creating job through construction, it literally means that you got the construction site, then you ask for a job. If you are a masonry, you are a carpenter, you are welder, all those jobs. Maybe you are a painter, you are an electrician, all those jobs you can talk about. It means you go and hata kama wewe ni mtu wa mkono, all those ones. You go to the site and request for a job. But then, my question on this Punchline today, which is the main reason why I brought this video, is construction of houses the only thing as the main agenda a government can have in terms of creating job opportunities for the youth? That's the big question. Before we answer this question, just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, having listened to William Samoei Ruto, I can conclude on this Punchline and tell you, indeed, Kenyans, we are in a big problem. You cannot be a president who is promising to create job through short-term program of housing, just construction work, When our university students finish and graduate, the only thing Gachagua can tell them is to go to the construction site na waulize kazi ya mjengo. As if everyone who went to university went for building and construction. We are in a big mess. In as much Ruto want to hide the issue of housing to look like he's the only one that is bringing this agenda, housing was there with us from Uhuru Kenyatta's time. If there was any job to do with housing, it was already there. Okia Omtata told William Ruto at one point that if indeed you have a plan to create job opportunities for the youth in this country, let those jobs be sustainable jobs so that you can be sure that if you are employed, you will either retire at that age of retirement, or if you are leaving that job, you are searching for another job. That means that job will continue to be there. That one can only be possible if Ruto will be promoting the issue of local manufacturing through creating factories, industries, and avoid importation. That is the time you can talk about creating job opportunities for the youth. But when he tells us that he has money, and that money is putting on housing to create jobs, that is one of the biggest drama ever we have ever seen in our lives. The only way to create jobs in a country is through promoting industry. Take another factories, build factories, but not house. Mambo ya housing wachia private sector na wananchi wenyewe wajijengee nyumba. Just build factories, let people do manufacturing, let those who want to go into farming do it, and at the end of the day, people will have money in their pocket, they will be employed, they will build their own houses, very nice houses that they can live in freely. So, what Ruto is telling us is, in fact, Ruto is mocking the poor. He's mocking the widows. Ruto is mocking the orphans. Ruto is mocking the poor of the poorest in this country. You are mocking the hustlers. This is one of the worst you can do for a country. You can't tell us that kwa sababu umefungua mjengo watu watapata kazi. For how long will mjengo sustain Kenyans? For how long? Mtu wa plumber ungoje mtu wa mawe ajenge mawe amalize, ukuje ufanye plumbing. Mtu wa simiti wa plaster ungoje mawe jengwe yote, watu wa pipe waeke ndani, watu wa stima wakuje maliza kazi yao ndio ukuje upige plaster. Mtu wa tiles, for how long will you wait kuja kulay tiles? Mtu wa ceiling, carpentry and joinery, for how long would you wait hii kazi nyingine yote ifanywe ndio wewe ufike kwa kiwango yako ukuje uweke hiyo ceiling? These jobs cannot be. Hii ni kibarua. Na ni kibarua ya kubahatisha. It can be there for 1 year. After that 1 year you will be nowhere. Lakini kama you will empower like Mia Sugar Company, Zoya Sugar Company, Sony Sugar Company, Kabaras Sugar Company, you are creating sustainable jobs for the people. Uenda kule Kitui, kuna mambo ya machungwa, kuna mambo ya mahembe. Tengeneza that processing plant. Empower the governors wakuwe na pesa ya kutosha. Tuko na factories za majani. Hapa Vihiga iko moja, ukienda kule Kisii kuna ingine, ukienda Ruto pale ziko. Empower those factories and let tea farmers have return for their money. Let them have good bonus. Toa mambo ya brokers and tell me if indeed we will not have sustainable jobs. Kwa nini mnapiga vita mambo ya Brookside? Watu wangapi wanapoteza kazi kila siku just because you are putting politics into business to frustrate the economy and render many people jobless? You are a big pretender, Mr. William Samoei Ruto. And you are the biggest problem when it comes to job creation for the youth. What you are doing here, you are destroying jobs for the youth, and you are coming up with a hot narrative that is not, based on reality when it comes to creating jobs. Hata ni heri ile ya Uhuru ilikuwa kazi mtaani. Watu walifanya hizi kazi mtaani for many years na bado zilikuwa. Hata ni heri hiyo. Kama ni kibarua, it was one of the best kibarua you can get from the government. And remember, all these things were happening na kulikuwa na construction work, affordable housing was going on. Wewe ulikuja ukatoa kazi mtaani, umekuja saizi, it is all about importation, mambo ya sugar mnaua, mkuja kwa mambo za industry zingine hapo. Kwa nini tuna import viatu? Tuko na ngozi hapa Kenya, one of the best. Viatu tuna import kwa nini? When Raila Amolo Odinga said that he will stop mitumba, I empower local manufacturers, watu waanze kutengeneza nguo hapa. What did this government say when they were in a campaign? They went to the mitumba people and they incited them against the Azimio side. And then you're telling us you're creating jobs. Which jobs are you creating? The only way to create jobs, Kenyans, please tell William Samoei Ruto to build industries, but not houses. If you want to build an economy of the nation, remove people from poverty, then you create industries. Go and build industries and install machine, equipment to run those industries. Then from there, indeed, you will be remembered for many years. But all this we are seeing here is hot air. You are here to destroy jobs, but not to create jobs. All the issue around housing, it is your own narrative you are creating to create a fake perception that you are bringing jobs to the youth, when indeed you are destroying the available jobs for the youth. Period.